Married couples, when you are genuinely happy, thriving, successful, and deeply in love with your spouse, keep people from around you in your marriage. Do not allow people to be in your home. Do not allow people to come and stay with you. Do not allow people to be around you, really. When you are genuinely happy in your marriage, keep people who are miserable in their relationships and marriages away from you. Because a lot of times, what you are going to find is that the very people who you thought loved you, family and friends, a lot of times they don't really want to see you winning and successful and happy, thriving in your marriages. A lot of times, those are the very people who are sent on assignment to try to destroy what you have. So a lot of times you're going to find these people, they don't necessarily really want to be around you for genuine purposes because they just really love you that way. No, a lot of times they want to be around to try to break up and destroy what you have. And people oftentimes do not like to see people genuinely happy in what they have. So a lot of times you'll find like close friends and family, they want to be around you all the time. They want to be up in your home. Learn how to shut your doors in your marriage. Everybody don't need to be around you. Even like little, innocent things, maybe perhaps like having couples nights or hanging out with other couples. Like, you have to be extremely careful. And I know this may even sound a little extreme, but you have to guard your marriage like you guard your entire soul, like literally, because you'd be surprised about the people who are around you who they don't come around for pure purposes. They don't genuinely really have pure motives. And a lot of times they'll come around, they'll start up lies, they'll start up rumors, and they just want to destroy what you have. You may find at certain times you have a certain particular friend that just always wants to be around you and your man. Or you may have a homeboy that just always wants to be around you and, your wife or something. And you might just, you may not necessarily think anything of it at first. But over time, you will start to find that this person is really just around, to gain information or monitoring. They're just around to try to get, gain access to what you have. And sometimes everybody that's around you, their motives are not always in a pure place. So some people, they're coming, they're taking notes. They're, especially like if they're like the third wheel type of person. I actually did a video called The Third Wheel Friend. And the third wheel friend is usually the type of person that usually always wants to be around and up under you and your significant other. And they usually don't see anything wrong with that. Like, let me just say this. If you have somebody around you that you notice, like, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, they don't mind sitting around you and your significant other as a third wheel type person, you need to be extremely careful with that. A lot of times people who just like to sit around you and your mate, like say maybe they could have a significant other themselves, but yet the significant other is never around. It's usually just them wanting to be around you and your significant other, just kind of sitting around, just kind of hanging around. Be extremely careful with that. Do not allow those sorts of things. This could be a family member. This could be a friend. Another thing, be careful with who you allow to know where you live. This is extremely important. Sometimes when people know where you live, they can be sneaky. They can do little sneaky little, things trying to, pop up, on your significant other when they know you're not home. Just doing little weird things. And this is why I talk about discernment a lot, because a lot of times you may not even know, but when people have gained information about knowing where you live and that sort of thing, they can be extremely shady a lot of times. And so not everybody has pure motives and pure intentions. Be mindful of that. Stop allowing people to sit around you and your spouse, and just, playing the third wheel, being the kind of person that just want to be around, just hanging around all the time. That should be a little weird to you and odd and awkward if you and your mate are, doing things together as a married couple or, that sort of thing. But yet you have this friend who's just kind of just lingering, just kind of hanging around, watching everything and just kind of sitting around, just, chilling and hanging out with you and your significant other. That should be a red flag to you for a number of reasons. So be careful with that. Pray and ask God for discernment about the people who are around you and their motives and their agendas and what they want. Because a lot of times you may have somebody around you that you think has pure motives and you just think loves you and it's just innocent. But you might not know that this person has an agenda towards you. So be careful with that. Keep people from around. Keep people from around you and your significant other, and especially keep people out of your home. When you have something genuinely beautiful, a lot of people want that for themselves, and people will try to break that up. So especially if they family and friends, a lot of times they want to be around because they don't like what you have, so they don't want to see you happy, especially if they don't have it themselves. They want to destroy that and break you up, and trust, know, and believe they will and they can.